is 22 degrees outside for us here in Texas. That's cold. I'm a three-digit type of guy, man. Give me 101, 105. I can do that all day long. This 20 degrees. 20 degrees, yeah. So, I always said, I've said when I came back to YouTube that I would be bringing you what God's bringing me. And so, that in end of 2021 into 2022, that was when I thought I was going to go on to heaven because of COVID. And that morning when I woke up, when I thought I was going to die, I woke up and I saw my ceiling and I was like, oh man. And then I rolled over and the Lord said, turn your face to the face of righteousness and breathe the breath of God. And okay, righteousness. And righteousness has been a theme. Now I've gone back from notebooks to notebooks to notebooks. Now the Lord's been on me about righteousness for 25 years, and I can see how I've gone into it, and then I've got sidetracked into this, into that, into this, into that. Righteousness is a key factor. And what I've been thinking on, which now the Lord is like really showing me that we really have to, in the church, we really have to start seeing something that we haven't had preached really in a long time, or have the revelation of it, have it preached, is holiness. And we have love, 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 but we don't have holiness, holiness, holiness. Be ye holy, for I am holy. Okay, I believe I was looking it up last night, and holy, the word holy in both the Greek and the Hebrew, and I think there's 3 versions of holy in the Hebrew and 2 in the Greek. 617 times the word holy comes up. I just saw something pop up and I'm talking about holiness and they popped right back out. That seems to be the reaction to holiness. And one of the biggest things, and I was just listening to, who was I listening to? John Bevere. People, when they hear the subject of holiness, they will bow out. They'll just jump out because they've been beaten up by it. I've been listening to the story about John Wesley and his brother Charles. They kind of both beat themselves up about holiness, but in a way they were pursuing holiness. It's been a really good story. It's a dramatization on the radio, and we have to understand that there's positional holiness and there's behavioral holiness. Jesus is coming back for a church without spot or wrinkle. So let's get back to righteousness, because it is in righteousness that we're going to be able to walk in and live in holiness. It's something that we seek righteousness, seek first righteousness, but then we see, I think it's in Hebrews, where it says pursue holiness. You're not going to pursue holiness if you don't first seek righteousness. Because remember, righteousness is the thoughts of God, the character of God, the actions of God. Okay, so if we're thinking like God, if we're being like God, and we're acting like God, Jesus, 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 how God came to this earth and presented himself. This is how I think, this is how I am, and this is how I act. Okay, so he is the righteousness of God, and in him he is the righteous sacrifice, and in him we become the righteousness of God in Christ Jesus. So righteousness now, by his grace, right, how does grace reign? Grace reigns through righteousness, the Apostle Paul says. So if grace is reigning through righteousness that we have become, now we have empowered God's ability added to our life to do those things in life that we cannot do without him. Well, we cannot do, right, our behavioral holiness. We cannot be in our position of holiness without grace reigning through righteousness. This is something that we really have, that I'm contemplating on, and how to put this into action and be able to explain it so we can get the revelation of it in a way that we're not beating each other up with the Bible, that we're not beating each other and we're not hurting each other, because holiness isn't hurt. Holiness is God. God is love, the word says. God is holiness, the word says. So when we see that, then we got to see that that's something that we want and desire, right? And the word says pursue holiness. Okay, so to pursue holiness, you have to seek righteousness. And that's what I want to leave you with today. To pursue holiness, you have to seek righteousness. I love you. God bless you. And I'll see you next time.